Hello everyone and welcome back to the BS8 pod. I'm Lewis, a student in Bristol, United Kingdom, and each episode I'll be joined by Ryan, a student in Seattle, USA. On this pod we'll be discussing all things lockdown and more. So Ryan, are you stoked to be here, as they say in America?
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for having me, Lewis.
Great stuff. So this week's episode I wanted to cover grocery shopping, and the nosy klutz that I am, I want to get started on you, Ryan. I want you to tell me in great detail what shopping has been like over in Seattle, USA, and then I'll discuss what it's been like here in Bristol. So let's get started.
In detail, yeah, so I was going to the store until it got really bad. So up until maybe 2-3 weeks ago, I went to the store. But now I'm just ordering everything online. So we have a couple of apps here, like Instacart. It's just an app where it basically hires someone and they go to the store for you and pick out what you want. So I'm trying to absolutely minimize the amount of contact in the store. And also have you ever used Amazon,
Fresh?
Yeah, Amazon Fresh. Yeah.
No, I've heard of it. I don't think it's here in the UK. I think they released it and got rid of it.
Oh, so I wanted to use that, but that's in so high demand now. So if you try to use it, then the next available appointment is like 1 month away. That's how high demand it is right now.
No way.
Yeah.
What's Instacart like?
Instacart is good. You go on it, you select your grocery store, Safeway, Tesco, and then you just go in and you do a normal food shop, and a courier just goes there and picks everything up for you and delivers it. So it's kind of like Deliveroo.
Here in the UK, Deliveroo do some groceries, I think. But I think our main one is, at the moment, Ocado. And of course, don't forget all our major 4 stores, Morrison's, Asda, Sainsbury's and Tesco, do online deliveries.
Okay. So, I mean, how have you been going about shopping?
I've been going to Costco.
Oh, okay.
So I was able to bulk shop, get most of the things I need, and just top up where necessary by going to the store at like weird times. So I found that early in the morning is a nightmare. You want to go late, but obviously if you go late, they might have run out of things. So it's like a 50-50. But I'm finding that I'm managing to pick most stuff up if I go late. I did no need to go early. Saying that, I went to Costco. This is about 2.5 weeks into lockdown, and the line looked horrendous at first, but everyone's keeping a 2-meter gap, and the stream of people going in and coming out is quite quick because everyone's focusing on doing their shopping. There's no dwindling. You're in and out kind of thing. So the line goes down pretty quick. So when you first get there, you're like, oh, I don't want to stand in that. But then by the time you think about, I've made the trip, and when I have to do the trip again, it's probably going to be the same, isn't it?
So that's the line just to get into the store, right? Because
I've
heard that you're having to line up just to go in the store.
Oh, right, yeah. We're 3 weeks into the lockdown. That's now normal. If you don't have a line going into your store, consider yourself pretty lucky, I think. Is that not occurring in the US?
So I saw it once, like a grocery store in Trader Joe's. They had a line outside. Since that one time, I haven't seen it, and I've still been to multiple grocery stores in the last 3 weeks, but there's been no line at all. So I don't think that rule's in force here. They're kind of trusting the people in the store to keep their distance.
Oh wow, okay, so us Brits are not really trustworthy. Or you guys are not taking it seriously enough. One or the other.
Yeah, I mean, that is kind of interesting why we don't have that here.
Yeah. And I'm not sure about how we are PhD students, so we are students, I guess, but I'm not sure how students are finding it, because a lot of the students in my accommodation, let's say half of them, don't have like your normal cooker, because they usually get catered meals, so they don't have a cooker, etc. They have maybe a microwave, and that's about it. And stuff to store like perishables, non-perishables, sorry. Oh, they have a fridge as well. They don't have a freezer, so I'm not sure how their shopping experience is going. But I'd imagine, I've seen recently at our university, there's, in some of the halls, they've started releasing like online delivery for students. So it's like a pre-packaged set of meals, like enough produce for a set of meals, if you like a week's worth of meals, let's say.
But what about for the people who, like the people in they don't even have an oven, right? So
yeah. Well, that's what I mean. They have some elements of the support system have found suppliers who specialize in making meal packs. Basically, you don't need an oven to prepare them, and all the ingredients will last a week in a fridge, if you like. I think that's been a good move by some individuals here. But if you don't have an oven, it's going to get pretty boring pretty quick, probably, isn't it?
I mean, you need to get pretty creative, right? With just a microwave.
Yeah, with a microwave, and if you have got a cooker, then it's a good time to try and learn a few recipes, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's a great time for cooking. But what I've also noticed there is, I was talking about getting deliveries from the grocery stores, but also, you got apps like Uber Eats, Postmates, and then here we also got like DoorDash who just deliver straight from restaurants. These are in like crazy high demand at the moment because people are now ordering, instead of just ordering maybe one meal out and getting it delivered 2-3 times a week, they're having it delivered through these apps. So those apps are also in high demand. But in UK, right, students don't have as much variety. Only have Deliveroo.
We have Deliveroo, Uber Eats, and Just Eat. So I think there's enough variety. The thing is, question back to you is, what stores are open for like the restaurants? Because here in the UK, all the major chains have like shut. Your KFCs, McDonald's, etc. have all shut, and so a lot of the restaurants that are open are independent restaurants. And I'm still trying to gauge whether, for example, Deliveroo are doing well or not doing well, because they keep sending me like messages like, oh, we're here to deliver, we're still operating, etc. From independent stores. I'm not sure if that's a call out to try and push deliveries up, or if it's capitalizing on the rise in demand that's occurred and just trying to get that extra few people. From my perspective, I can't really tell. All the people that I talk to quite regularly don't order from Deliveroo or Just Eat or Uber Eats at the moment now, because it's just independent restaurants, and therefore they can't guarantee the level of scrutiny that's put on the preparation of the food, etc. It's all going to be different. For example, I had a friend who went to Lidl.
Yeah.
And they're not going to Lidl again during the lockdown. They go to Lidl all the time.
Why is that?
Like, because they've got no measures. Like the last time they went there, it was chaos. It's just like people going in, no queuing system outside the door, which has now become normal, right? It's quickly become the norm. Whereas Tesco is seen as like the leaders, pandemic leaders, if you like, in organisation. Waitrose as well is pretty good. But yeah, my friend, they live right next to a Lidl. They said they're not going again during lockdown. That doesn't mean they won't go again after lockdown, but during lockdown, I think Lidl's probably going to have to change its approach. And there's an Aldi next door to that one as well. And he said that they at first were like Lidl, didn't really respond well enough, but then quickly, when they saw that their number of visitors plummeted, they quickly changed and put in like loads of measures, and people started going back. So, pretty crazy, hasn't it? Like, shopping has changed, like, within 2 weeks. It's become the norm to just queue up outside. That is part of the experience now. That's part of the service it's a part of the service you expect. And if you're not doing it, if you haven't got that 2 meter gap that's being enforced by a teenage, helper or whatever, then literally people get annoyed.
Yeah.
So, I find it funny.
I got two questions, I guess. Like, so now when you go to the supermarket, how much more of your time do you have to allot? Because you have to spend some time queuing up, right? Which you didn't have to do before. And the second question is, are you allowed to go in like groups? So can you go with your girlfriend, or you're only allowed to go like one person at a time?
Well, the advice is you're only supposed to be going for essentials, but that's not being strictly enforced. From my experience as of yesterday, which is the most recent experience, a group of 3, which were, well, if you like, 4 meters in front of us, got one of them had to wait outside.
Okay.
So they were allowed to stand in a line together, but they weren't allowed to enter the store together. So I think if you're from the same household, so yeah, 2 maximum as a pair is fine.
Yeah.
To your question. What was your second question?
How much time do you have to allot going to the store?
Yeah. I'd say it's about the same. My mindset is that you have to allot more time. The mindset as a human being is like, I know there's going to be a queuing process to just get into the store, which actually puts me off shopping. But actually, door to door, it's probably the same because, like I said, when you're in there, I do like to do a bit of browsing. I find myself doing a lot less browsing now. I go in, get the stuff I need and go out. So for me, I'm doing the shop a lot quicker. The queuing at the end is a lot quicker because, it's just, I don't know why actually, it's just quicker. It's just that little bit at the beginning that's a bit longer, but I can't put my finger on the whole process as to where the time's won and lost kind of thing. I don't think there's been much difference in my eyes.
Maybe just because, you also have to, as you said, have a shopping list, be more organised when you get in there.
Yeah.
Know what you need.
I think if you were running in for milk, that's where it really hurts you.
Yeah.
Like, that I would not do that at the moment. I'd rather wait until I've got a few things I need to go and get.
I had another question as well. Like, when you go into the shops, do you realise there's a shortage of any food items in there?
Not at the moment now. In the first week, obviously, you may have seen loo roll was low. Like anything with alcohol in there. So anything from mouthwash to like antibacterial stuff, it's just gone. But now, I'm not saying that stuff's replenished, but loo roll's definitely replenished. And there's food items. Like if you want a piece of food, you can probably go and find it. They haven't got like a sort of shortage on anything. Because all those people who stocked up right at the beginning now realise that, you don't need to do that because we're allowed. I think the big worry was other countries who literally locked down everything, didn't they? And it just stops. There was literally a shortage of food on the shelves.
Yeah. What I found was funny, it was the same thing here, right, in that first week.
Yeah.
The store was basically half empty if you looked at the inventory. But if you look at the perishable items, so the fruit and the veg, for some reason that was also, all the shelves were empty there. And you wouldn't have thought that would be empty because how can you stock up on that stuff? I mean, maybe you can freeze it, but if you don't do that, that stuff's just going to go off in a few days.
Do you think people was stocking up on it?
I don't know if it was just people stocking up or just more people going to the store.
I think it was more people going to the store, just higher demand all at the same time, right? That's what I think. I agree with you. I refuse to believe that people tried to stock up on peppers, bell peppers, I refuse to believe that people were all stocking up on that. I just think everyone did their shop all at the same time, and all of a sudden, if everyone's doing that, then you're going to run out of items pretty quickly. And if it's the next scheduled delivery is a week away, it just looks really bad on the supermarket.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Not that individual supermarket, but all supermarket chains running out of food at the same time. It just looks worse than it probably is. It's so it seems like it's very, very different over, at least in the Seattle, USA, compared to here in Bristol. And I would love to find out and hear how many people have switched to online delivery.
I don't know why. I always think the US has more online delivery capabilities, but I'm not really sure now because all the stores in the UK seem to deliver.
Yeah. But also here, we've got loads of different companies that have changed tact. For instance, there's a certain brand of smoked salmon that I love. And they've teamed up with their partners in Scotland and are providing meat packs. So instead of just doing salmon, they'll deliver meat directly to your door. That's a month's worth of meat for 4 people.
Yeah, that's great.
So people are doing that as well for meat, vegetables, fish. And that's going off on a local and national scale.
Yeah. And do you guys have HelloFresh? Have you heard of that? That's where they just send you effectively a box that has all the ingredients that you need for 3 different meals. I've been doing that the last few weeks as well. Just ordering that online because you get everything you need.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And I mean, I found it for students, it's kind of expensive, but if you do like the introductory offer, then it works out decently priced.
What's the introductory offer?
Per meal, it works out around like $4.50. So what's that, like £3.50 a meal per person? Which, I mean, here, that is cheaper than going to the store and buying all the ingredients for your own meal. So it's a good deal, and you don't have to risk going to the store. It gets delivered straight to your house, which is great.
Do you need an oven?
For some of it, you do need an oven. For some of it, you just need like a cooking hob. And unfortunately, you can't just use a microwave for any of them, I don't think. Right. So you do need a few like cooking facilities.
Yeah, it's interesting stuff. So I think that's all we've got time for now, Ryan, and it's flown by. I'd like to thank you for joining me.
Thank you. See you on the next one.
And for the listeners, I just want to tell you that you can get in touch with us. Perhaps you want to share your experiences of lockdown shopping. Or do you have anything that me and Ryan should cover on our future episodes? If you do, get in touch with us on Twitter, Instagram, or email. Our email is maturingcheddar@gmail.com. Our Twitter is maturingc, and our Instagram is maturingcheddar. So look forward to seeing you next episode. Until then, stay safe, and we'll see you next time.